Even though most of us are excited for the next generation of gaming because of things like graphics and new franchises, I think that we've all been dreading the next generation of games for one very specific reason: the potential price increase of games. And even though a lot of us were hoping that it wouldn't happen and that games would stay at a $60 price tag going into the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, it seems like we didn't really get what we wanted, because at the PlayStation 5 showcase event recently, Sony announced that their first-party games like Demon's Souls, Spider-Man Miles Morales are all going to be $69.99, and it's not just going to be at launch either. I thought that that could have been the case, but Jim Ryan confirmed that first-party titles will be headed up in price. Now, Sony isn't the first company to do this. They're not the first company to announce the increase, but they're definitely the largest, and I'm sure that other companies won't feel bad increasing their prices now because Sony did it first. So I wanted to reference a couple of articles and read through the list of the other companies who have announced their price increases as well. The first one is Take-Two. The Take-Two CEO said the next generation price increase for NBA 2K21 is justified. When 2K Games announced that NBA 2K21 will be priced at $70 for next-generation consoles, it kicked off speculation that there will finally be another price hike for video game software in the PS5 and Xbox Series X generation. Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick defended the price point for NBA 2K21 and said that the price hike reflects the quality of the experience. There hasn't been an increase in price for frontline titles for a really long time, despite the fact that it costs a great deal more to make these titles, Zelnick says in an interview with GamesIndustry.biz. And we think that the value we offer consumers and the kind of experience you can really only have on the next generation consoles, and the price is justified. Now, I know a lot of these companies are saying it's because of development costs rising, and that's pretty bullshit. AAA games have stayed relatively the same in costs, and some of the most expensive games are a decade old. What's increased is the amount of money that shareholders want to see streaming through the company, and I mean, we're in the prime days of microtransactions. So these companies are used to seeing big profits, and with a new generation of gaming, they want even more damn sales. The next company to announce a price increase, which of course isn't surprising at all, is Activision. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War pre-orders show $70 cross-gen pricing. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is now available for pre-order on all platforms. There are 3 editions of the game: a standard edition, a cross-gen edition, and an ultimate edition, and of course any digital pre-order grants access to operator Frank Woods and an assault rifle weapon blueprint to use in Warzone. The standard edition just grants a copy of the game on PS4 or Xbox One, while the cross-gen edition is $70 and includes a next-gen copy of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So if you want to play the version that takes advantage of your PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, then you'll need to pay a bit more. For casual gamers who maybe follow console releases and casually look at gaming news, I think that a $70 price tag on a game is going to act as a deterrent. People who are usually early adopters, who are trying to get their hands on the first wave of consoles, are people who are probably more apt to pay $70 for a game, but once you get further down the line, when the console becomes more mainstream, when it becomes a full replacement for the PlayStation 4 and you bring in those casual gamers, I think that people will be too afraid of buyer's remorse to swipe their credit cards with a game that they see on a store shelf for $70, and this could lead to a decline in sales on titles at launch. We don't know, but it's a possibility. We all know that games that launch at $60 drop in 2 months or so to $50 or $40, but if we see a decline in release weekend sales, that $70 game might drop to $60 or $50 in a month. Now we can get into the official PlayStation 5 announcement. PS5 games from Sony will be priced up to $70. Jim Ryan says, now people are hoping that getting this extra money will deter companies from putting things like microtransactions into games, and it's a great hope. I've mentioned before this exact thing could be a solution, but I just think that microtransactions are way too profitable, and I see way too many companies putting microtransactions into their $70 games more than they were before. I really don't think that this is just going to outright stop microtransactions from happening in games. Sony released the official PS5 launch lineup after today's showcase, and many games on the list are $70 rather than the traditional $60, confirming once again that some next-gen games will receive a markup. Here we have Astro's Playroom pre-installed, Demon's Souls $70, Destruction All-Stars $70, we have Marvel's Spider-Man Ultimate Edition $70, and then there's Sackboy: A Big Adventure at $60. Both the Demon's Souls remake and Destruction All-Stars will retail for $70, while Sackboy: A Big Adventure will go onto the standard $60 price tag. Demon's Souls is an especially interesting case because while it will also be on PC, we're hearing now that it's not going to be on PC. There's been a lot of misinformation, but it says it's a timed console exclusive on the PS5. Oh, and while it is technically $70, the Ultimate Edition of Spider-Man Miles Morales is in a category of its own here because it also comes with a remastered version of Marvel's 2018 Spider-Man. This could push so many more people towards playing games in an alternative way. I mean, before COVID for the last few years, there was a big decrease in movie ticket sales, and that's because of streaming services, so an increase in AAA game prices could end up pushing people towards things like Game Pass and PSN Now. I understand the $500 price tag on the systems themselves. It makes sense. I mean, just look at the graphics card costs. But this is the wrong time to increase game prices, and if they really wanted to raise them, maybe they should have waited like a year. I mean, I'm someone who doesn't think that prices should go up at all. I think they should make their money by selling more copies of games and by selling DLC packs, but to increase the prices of games with so many people facing economic hardships, I just think it's an extremely poorly timed move. But let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like and share it. And of course, if you did not, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.